here is my 1975 st90. This is the one that started it all for me as far as the unibody CT kind of frames and whatnot, mini bikes, monkey bikes, was the ST. Growing up, my cousin had one and we rode the living crap out of it. It's like beyond, probably one of the highest mileages monkey bikes, CT 70s, st90s I'd ever seen. My cousin, we had over, I think, 13 or 14,000 miles on it. And those were not easy miles. So when I originally came up with the idea that I needed a new pit bike to roll around the pits at the AMA races, the ST was the first thing that came to mind. That's what I wanted. And it took me a while to find one. Didn't realize how rare they were until I started searching for one. Took me about, total about a month. Then I got lucky. Scored this one. Got it from a guy, $500. Pretty much as you see it here. Didn't run, does now. And pretty damn good shape. I mean, the one thing that's missing are the turn signals, which are next to impossible to find. That's one thing I learned about these. The parts are not readily available. I mean, you can get a lot of them, but turn signals are one of the items that I have struggled and struggled to find. And yeah, that's why I don't have any yet. Bike's great. You know, it's a little different. Learned a lot when I was researching it because I wanted to get it back to 100% street legal, everything original on it. That the engines, for instance, are different than pretty much any of the horizontal engines. Instead of a 2-bolt, it uses a 3-bolt to hook to the frame. So it's kind of a one-off only for this. They only made them for 3 years, these bikes. And I also was reading a lot that they had tranny problems. This one, tranny's fine. And the one we rode growing up that had all those miles, it never had a transmission problem at all. And we would beat that thing like no other. Straight up, hold the shifter down, wide open, dropping it into gear. Never affected it. I mean, still runs this day. And that was a 73. ST, this one's, I'd like to get another one. This one's going to go under the knife. Originally I was going to keep it all original. But, yeah, I had a kind of a change of heart. This one's going to get complete redone. Everything. Pretty much like my white CT. I'm going to leave the color the same, all that stuff, but motor is going to be severely modified, suspension, wheels. Probably not going to do anything with the wheels, clean them up, whatnot, because I think, honestly, the STs is like the perfect balance. I mean, I love the way this bike handles comparative to like a CT, like one of the stock CT or even my modified CT. This thing is just, it's perfect. I like the gearing and whatnot. I do want more power, so that'll be on the agenda and make it street legal. But I think it's a great bike. I love them, and they're rare. And it's funny because I did last summer, and I wish I would have had this one there, but I had actually my CT 70, the white one, at the racetrack, rolling around the pits, hanging out with some friends of mine, and came across one. Kid had a killer one. It was all original, a 74 with the blinkers, everything worked on it, everything. It was awesome, but he wanted a little more money. I offered to buy it off him, and he said he would sell it to me. He was a racer, of course, so you know, guys who are racing, club racing that is, you know, they'll do anything for a few bucks to help pay for their addiction. And he just wanted a little too much for it. but he actually doesn't live too far from me, so he has my number and whatnot. And when he gets a little bit more desperate, hopefully he'll sell it to me. I'm sure I'll see him this year because I know what series he's racing this year, so we'll be meeting up. Maybe I can work it out of him, bug him over enough time, just sell it to me just to get me off his case. But yeah, this is my 75 st90. It's a good bike.